That was an interesting first half of basketball for the Chicago Bulls, which they had a big lead, right? They had a lead of about 18. They allowed the Lakers to go on a 13-0 run. It's the Bulls' just inability to hold on to leads, but they've been playing pretty good over the course of this game. When you look at the stats for the Chicago Bulls, they're spreading it out. Everybody who's checked into the game has actually scored a bucket. You got right now Patrick Williams, 3 for 5 for 7 points, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 rebound. DeMar DeRozan has 9 points and 4 of 8 shooting. He already has 6 assists and 4 rebounds. You got Nikola Vucevic. He's 2 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3-point range, 5.6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal from Nikola Vucevic. Kobe White has 9 points. He's 4 of 8 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3-point range. He also has 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 turnovers. Unfortunately, Bulls have 10 turnovers at the half. And then Alex Caruso leading all Chicago Bulls, 4 of 5 from the field for 12 points. But then surprisingly enough, Dalen Terry has actually played the most minutes off the bench for the Chicago Bulls. He's played 13 minutes in this game. He has a positive plus minus of plus 10, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. That's shocking. I would not have expected Dalen Terry to lead the Bulls in minutes off the bench. I just wouldn't expect that. Drummond has 5 points in his 7 minutes played, 1 rebound, and he got Javon Carter with 6 points, and then also Ayo Dosunmu with 6 points. So very spread out game so far. We have 13 assists on 24 made baskets, so that's okay. 26 rebounds right now for the Chicago Bulls. They're winning the rebounding battle by 7, so that's good there. The turnover battle was one of the big differences here. The Bulls have 10 turnovers, whereas the Lakers only have 5 turnovers, so the Bulls got to take care of the ball better. We're getting outscored in the paint 28-20 as well. We have more second chance points by albeit 1. We have more fast break points, but the Bulls got to tighten some stuff up. The fact that we have more rebounds is promising. Let's hope that we keep out rebounding them at the same pace. If you take away that 13-0 run, the Chicago Bulls would go into this half up by like 19 points. We outscored them by 11 points in the first quarter, got outscored by 5 points in the third quarter. So there you go on that one. That's how the outlook on that. But solid overall half. I'm not saying that it's been great. It hasn't been terrible either. And we got to do some other things out there. We got to limit those turnovers to me. And yeah, I see DK says DeMar Black Hole is back. I don't know if I agree with that. Like, he has the most assists on the team, so I don't know if he's technically being a black hole per se. I think we're used to he's taking 8 shots, but Kobe is taking 8 shots, Vooch is taking 7, Patrick is taking 5, Caruso's taking 5. So I wouldn't call him a black hole. Now, could he move the ball around more? Yeah, absolutely, right? But I mean, listen, DeMar's shooting the ball one of the best percentages on the team right now, him and Kobe. So it is what it is there. I'm not a DeMar DeRozan guy, but I gotta throw valid critiques out there. So I personally don't view it as a black hole game for DeMar, but hey, you guys do. Pat says, I like Dalen Terry's getting some minutes, but I really want to see Phillips out there. I agree, but listen, that positive plus minus may be what Billy Donovan looks at to keep Dalen Terry on the court. Bulls for Life says, Pat's doing a good job guarding the bald spot tonight. That's crazy. That's wild. But yeah, he's doing a really good job. Now, LeBron is still shooting the ball effectively, 6 of 9 from the field for 15 points. He's leading the Lakers in scoring as to be expected. The thing that I think we're doing a really good job actually is guarding Anthony Davis. He's 4 of 9 from the field. They couldn't get him in foul. They attacked him. Io attacked him. They knocked him on his ass once. But Anthony Davis, 11.7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 0 blocks though so far for Anthony Davis. So that's a benefit in there as well. Illusional says Terry was looking pretty solid so far tonight until he got left open at the 3-point line. I mean, listen, that's going to be a thing he's going to have to make defenses pay on. And until he does that, he's going to be left open at the 3-point range. So expect to see Dalen Terry left open quite a bit, actually. This coming from Robert says, we still got to learn to play with the lead just like the Bears. Yeah, we got to. We give up way too many leads, way too consistently as well. And until we learn to stop doing that, it's going to continue to be a long day for the Chicago Bulls. They got to get it together. They got several things that they need to get together, and turnovers are one of the biggest parts of that. I want to see the Bulls get the turnovers together for sure. Let's see what else we got. DeMar need to get with the offense. I mean, DeMar's I think he's finding the place the best that he can. And again, I'm not a DeMar DeRozan apologist. They could trade DeMar DeRozan tomorrow, but I think that for DeMar DeRozan's limitations and the fact that Billy Donovan isn't going to pull him, DeMar's doing some of the best that he can do. Now, we've seen him get more assists, but like I said, solid assist night from DeMar DeRozan already, right? You got 6 assists, 2 turnovers, 9 points, 4 rebounds, only taking 8 shots. I'm not really holding too much of that against him. I'm personally not. Shay says, I really do like how the way we played in the second quarter, even though we lost it. Listen, I don't know if I like it, but I'm more so looking at the results. But let's hope that the Bulls can get back to executing, play that solid defense in the second half of this game. Melvin says Billy needs to understand when it's okay to take the starters out and put the bench back in, even if it hurts their ego. I'd rather hurt the ego than hurt the team. Billy took Drummond out too early. I agree with that. I agree with that. And, like I said, I'm really surprised that Dalen Terry has played the most minutes off the bench for this team. That's really surprising because we just haven't really seen Billy Donovan trust Dalen Terry to that level. So Dalen's clearly either doing something at practice or Billy Donovan seeing something in the game that he's liking out there. So why people upset with DeMar? Listen, it's always crazy when I'm the one defending DeMar DeRozan. Like that's how I feel. When it gets to the point where Haize is the one defending DeMar DeRozan, that's always a weird place to be in for me because I you guys know I'm not a DeMar DeRozan guy, but I am realistic and I try to be realistic even in my critiques and criticisms. And so, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Ben 10 says, I like how Dalen has been having some minutes, helps his development. Agreed. Like you want a player, we've been talking about it for so long. We want to see the young players get those development reps and developmental minutes. And Dalen Terry's getting that tonight. Shay says, Haize, though Nicole Davis is not scoring, well, you have to love his defense and that he's playing on Anthony Davis. Nicole Davis. Who are you? Are you Nick? Is that supposed to be Nikola Vucevic? They got to be supposed to be Nikola Vucevic. Vuce is playing pretty well, if that's what you mean. What, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing here, man? As a mate in the building says, what up, Haize? Lakers came back hard. Turnovers cost us a bit. Need to start hard and finish fast. Start hard and finish fast. Wow. That's a choice of words there, my guy. Matthew in the building. Shout out to Matthew. Says the interesting thing is the first 15 games we saw Phillips and not Terry, and now it's reversed. Yeah, I really did think with the way that Billy Donovan was playing Julian Phillips at times that once Torrey Craig went down, we'd see Julian Phillips kind of slide back in. But apparently, like I said, it must mean that Dalen Terry's showing something in practice, right? You would think he's showing something for Billy Donovan all of a sudden go from not using Dalen Terry at all to now he's leading them with minutes. Like that's crazy off the bench, minutes off the bench. After the fouls and missed shots, I feel like Kobe was a little down on himself. That last possession, DeMar took it down court and threw it away. Whole time I'm screaming, give it to Kobe. Well, we've seen Kobe be able to work himself back in, right? And I think that you want to trust that Kobe White's going to be able to get back in rhythm. Until he's not. And listen, like I said on today's daily episode, there are going to be times where Kobe White has cold games. And I just hope people don't turn on him because this could be a game in which, no, he's not shooting the ball terribly, but this could end up being a game where Kobe just doesn't have the impact that we've been accustomed to seeing in the last few games. And like I said, that happens. It's going to happen to every player. 9 points right now, so it's not like he's scoring terribly, right? He's tied for the second highest scorer on the team, him and DeMar. But this just may be one of those nights where maybe Kobe White doesn't have it going. Let's wait and see. Chris Carvinio says 9 first half threes for the Bulls, solid. It's okay. 9 of 19. I would want to see them take a little bit more threes because I think it's there. Not just because I want to see them take more threes, but I really do think that it is there. So we'll see. OTR in the building. He says Javon should be the one holding smoke, not DeMar. JC hit a couple of threes and I think he's Steph. That's crazy. That's wild. Peter says Dalen moves without the ball and is crashing on the boards and just making smart plays and not doing too much. I can see why Billy's going with him over Phillips. Well, the thing is that I watch, like I said, I could be jaded by the G League. Julian Phillips does that a lot in the G League too. But listen, Dalen's doing it right now. He's doing it at the NBA level. You can't knock it. Five rebounds in 13 minutes for somebody playing majority small forward. Yeah, we'll take it. Yeah, my comment is about Drummond gave more on the run than Vooch has so far. Vooch really needs to step it up, play big, and not sloppy in the second half to why I would have kept Drummond in a few minutes. I mean, listen, I understand where you're coming from with that. Definitely understanding where you're coming from. Terry with 20 pounds of muscles is deadly. I mean, listen, Dalen, everybody kind of gains 10 to 15 pounds of muscle. Not everybody, but a lot of players do. 20 pounds of muscle, that's a lot to gain for Dalen Terry's frame. And I don't know how much that would impact him otherwise. So we'll see. The real Don P says Terry has not looked bad out there. He had a rebound, what he came in and skied over AD and took the ball away. Energy. That's one thing that we always knew Dalen Terry could bring is energy. Energy, energy, energy. Bulls for life in the building says, can the Lakers just take Zach back with them to LA and leave Austin Reeves and Cam Reddish for some shit? That's hilarious. I wonder if Zach LaVine slept at his own house last night because, you know, his offseason home is in LA. I wonder if he stayed at like the hotel with the team. Hey, dude, I don't like your mods putting me in timeout. That's not right. It's free world. I mean, listen, if you say something crazy, you say something crazy. I mean, I'm always going to back my mods. If you get put in timeout, I'm going to trust that they put you in timeout for a reason. Sorry, I'm going to trust my mods. Coolest JB, we're in the lead at halftime. That's good enough for me. Let's go and get this win now. Hey, that's going to be good enough for a few people, brother. I feel like the half and half out DeMar offense isn't working. He's slowing us down and affecting flow. In my opinion, he needs to be fully committed to his role, not the number one anymore. Well, I mean, you got to talk to Billy Donovan about that, right? That's the thing. And I understand your point on that, but it really got to come down to what Billy Donovan is asking him to do. Melvin says, I really hope in the offseason Julian Phillips and Dalen Terry work on their offense in the summer. I like the defensive effort, but got to work on their shots. Maybe learn from Kobe did it. Well, I mean, listen, I think with Julian is just a confidence thing because Julian's offense is rocking in the G League. Like we're talking about somebody who's averaging like 18 and 11. So, you know, it is what it is when it comes down to that. But all right, y'all, we're going to go and get ready to wrap up the halftime hangout. I will be back post game. Make sure you guys are locked in here for the post game show. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See Red, y'all. Peace.